There lies a liminal space between terror and titillation,
science and the supernatural,
depravity and decency.
We ask you to suspend your disbelief before listening and open your mind.
Whether you're an ardent skeptic
or a true believer,
we invite you to cross the abyss into the Dark Delights podcast
with Lady and the Wolf.
Welcome to the Dark Delights podcast. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Lady.
I am the Wolf.
And together we're bringing you all of the Dark Delights, your morbid heart's desire.
The teaser episode. This is big. This is the beginning.
What can we compare these Dark Delights to? A box of chocolates?
A box of something. Maybe a cookie tin with severed hands in it in a serial killer's basement. I'm not too sure.
Oh, delightful. So how'd we get here, babe?
I can remember a certain stroll through Greenwood Cemetery. Our first date. How lovely that was. A certain rendezvous at the grave of a Mr. Fox. If these ghosts could talk, what would they say?
They know who Bone Daddy is.
Wolf Daddy, Bone Daddy. I go by many names. Many names.
On our walk, we discussed things that we were interested in that your typical individual of a normal profile would probably shudder at.
Well, we're both artists, both into all things macabre, all things horror. She is a brilliant makeup and special effects artist.
Stop it.
She is. I draw dead things, and that's what I've been doing since I was a kid. We're both into horror films, and we hit it off. And so that's going to be a lot of the things that you could expect from our show.
We're in a new era now where art is presented differently. There are lots of shows about death-related art, curiosities, oddities, things like that. So any little trips that we go on, we want to keep you guys in the loop. Any new films that come out, we'll be discussing in this podcast. We're from a different era of the internet where we were exposed to things that...
Not all of them good. Not all of them good. Those dial-up days, you had some pretty gnarly things.
There were lots of blogs before the YouTube days showcasing displays of grotesque things that you wouldn't see on TV. And that would spark my interest and curiosity. How did someone get like that? What possessed another person to do that to someone? And
so
why?
We'll be talking about all those things. We'll do some true crime, even though we're not going to be the cookie cutter true crime podcast that you hear. We're also going to be talking about everything from cryptids, conspiracies, ghosts, the supernatural. But we're also going to be interviewing like-minded individuals, artists, musicians, visual artists, people in the industry. We'll have everything for you guys, and to keep it up to the titillating side of things, we're also going to be talking about sexuality, whips and chains sort of things.
I'm also a neuroscience nerd myself, so I might have to sprinkle a few facts about psychology here and there regarding the excitement, the fear, all that good stuff.
She could analyze me. You people could sit back and enjoy her delving into the mind of somebody who might not be 100% there. So that would be fun for you guys.
I just observe and sip my coffee.
I'm an armchair psychologist at best, and I might just quote Hannibal Lecter. That's the limit of my psychiatric abilities right there.
Well, together we're going to team up to report to you our insights on what's hot and new in the memento mori realm.
And we're going to keep up with some current events. Obviously, we're not going to be talking about everything, but as long as it's in that dark realm, we're going to be able to bring that to you guys and give our own little insight into it. Whether you are a skeptic or a true believer, like we say in our opening statement, I think we'll have something for everybody, but we're always going to give you the best evidence. We're going to give you firsthand accounts. Hopefully, we'll be interviewing people who have firsthand experience with all these things. And I think for anybody who's into the dark, from everything from the occult to even conspiracy, we'll have something for everybody.
We definitely will. And we strive to inspire you guys as an audience. Maybe you have a story that you want to share. You can reach out to us on social media. We'll have an Instagram going. We actually have one right now at Dark Delights Podcast. So be sure to follow us on there for any new episode releases or just access to anything mentioned in the show, whether it's a book, an article. We want to make sure everything's at your fingertips so that if you want to go down a rabbit hole, you can just spring right into it.
And if you send us down a rabbit hole and we love it and it does turn into an episode, we will give you shout outs so that you could feel extra special.
So keep in touch, Darklings. We're dropping our first episode soon.
So excited.
Should we tell them what it's about?
Give them a little preview, babe. Give them a taste.
Okay. So, not to be shrouded in secrecy, hint, hint, the Cronenberg film that came out about a month ago called The Shrouds, that's what is inspiring our first episode.
Not going to give it 2 thumbs up myself. The movie was a little bit convoluted and confusing, but it did get us to thinking.
There were elements of artificial intelligence, grieving, and today, in the world that we live in, those 2 things have collided.
A lot of people are scared of AI. Yeah, I know you are.
It makes me uneasy at times. So 2 very scary things colliding. But definitely touching on the whole artificial intelligence and technology that exists today. Also, historical ways of being in touch with the dead.
I like the old-fashioned way. You get yourself a Ouija board, make an event of it. Take it to a graveyard.
Make a table shake.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we'll be discussing in our first episode, so stay tuned.
We are very, very happy that you guys joined us for this teaser, and we look forward to all of you becoming our little darklings and minions.
We'll see you soon, and when we have our schedule going, we will have regular releases for you to look forward to.
So remember to check out our page on Instagram at Dark Delights Podcast. Keep up to date with everything we're going to be doing. We'll let you know when episodes are dropping. You can communicate with us, and we'll see you then.
Till next time.
This has been the Dark Delights Podcast with Lady and the Wolf.